Good evening, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode here at WILDMAN Lives. I'm your host, WILDMAN. Now on tonight's episode, I'm going to be doing the deadlift with the wagon wheels, plus a lot of stone work, and I'm also going to be doing something called burpees. Now, burpees are something that's very popular out in the CrossFit world, and pretty much any functional fitness kind of gym, they're going to have burpees implemented into their programming because burpees are an integral part. And burpees do have their place, and I used to be very, very good at burpees. However, they don't carry a lot into weightlifting if you're only doing burpees. So I want to show you tonight how I use burpees into my personal training, and I'm also going to have a discussion about how burpees can be an integral part of your workout as long as you structure them right and sprinkle it into your workout rather than getting really good at burpees. So let's pop into tonight's workout and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So for today's giant set, like I said before, I'm doing the deadlift on the wagon wheels. And today I'm going up for a 3-rep max. So we're going to see how that goes. And in between my deadlifts, I'm going to be doing some bar facing burpees. And since that wagon wheel adds an extra 3 inches from where it normally stands, this is going to make it a little bit harder to jump over, especially as it gets heavier and the burpees continue on. And I'm also going to be running 300 meters. And by the time I'm done with all of my giant set, I'm going to be doing 2 miles total of cumulative running. And that's going to be the giant set for the day. And lucky for me, since I'm using those wagon wheels, I get those weights on and off so easily. I love using the wagon wheels for that reason. Now, burpees have a bad reputation. Number one, it's because they absolutely thrash you cardiovascularly. So people automatically hate burpees when they see it programmed into their workout. But another reason why people hate burpees so much is because people focus on getting good at just doing burpees, and they're really not good at anything else. It doesn't really carry over into sports or into weightlifting or into strength or really into everyday life. Sometimes they actually do the opposite, and they actually can cause more harm than good. This is why there's a common saying where they say, don't sacrifice being a weightlifting king for a burpee queen. And they often call people who love to do burpees, burpee queens, because that's really all they're good at. Now, the reason why they have this negative connotation is due to CrossFit and other functional fitness entities that have branched off from CrossFit. Most of the time when you go into a CrossFit gym or some other functional fitness kind of place, burpees are used to thrash you. Sometimes it's doing as many burpees as you can within a certain time period, like every minute on the minute. Sometimes it's a designated format, such as doing 100 burpees in a row. Other times it's between already hellish movements, such as thrusters, and you have to do a bunch of thrusters and burpees and jump over the bar, which is like a variation of the burpee. And there's other variations of the burpees as well. You can even combine burpees into other movements, such as the burpee pull-up, where you do a burpee, and then when you do the jump, you reach up and grab the pull-up bar. There's other ones like burpee tire flips, where you do a burpee and then you flip the tire. Burpee deadlifts, burpee muscle-ups, burpee clean and press with the barbell. There's many different kinds of ways to do burpees. And CrossFit and other functional fitness entities that have branched off from CrossFit really love to do those movements. Now, having been a part of CrossFit and other of these functional fitness entities, I do see why they do them, because they are meant to thrash you, especially if once you're done doing the bulk work, then doing 30 burpees in a row to tire you out, to make you feel like you were satisfactory in the gym today, is a way that you could use burpees in order to mask that feeling. But what I like to do with burpees, especially now that I'm in strength training and more of a functional fitness strength training, is I like to dumb down the reps, and then I like to do burpees, and sometimes I'll do burpees in their true format, or I will throw them in with the tire flips, pull-ups, or as you can see, jumping over the bar like today. But I keep those reps very low and I aim for a total. So my total today is 30 bar facing burpees, and to do 3 at a time within 10 rounds between the strength and variation giant set. When I'm doing burpees, I'm really trying to move my hips in a functional fitness kind of way. So that way, as the weight gets heavier on the deadlift, then I'm able to have those muscles awake and I have that explosiveness ready to go. So I can reduce the likelihood of injury, but also I'm nice and warm and the muscles are primed to be lifting that heavy. And it goes just perfectly if you just do 3 reps as you're going up in weight. It'll match perfectly as you get up to your heavy sets, where the 3 might be a little hard in the beginning, then it gets easier. But then once you lift your rep max for that day, suddenly the burpees become very tiresome. So in my opinion, if you want to utilize burpees to the best capacity, definitely do them in variations as well, but keep the reps low, like 3, and have a number at the end like 30, which you're going to try to complete by the end of the workout. And I think that burpees are an excellent addition to any workout in order to prime and condition the body, and goes hand in hand with strength training. Now this was my top set, and it's going to be 3 repetitions continuously using those wagon wheels, and 475 is going to be the weight. And it went up very slow, in my opinion. It's kind of hard to get in a good position when it's elevated like this on the wagon wheels, in my opinion, but it went very smooth and very fast once I got it up. So I couldn't be happier than what I was tonight, because this is something that I've been wanting to hit for a long time, and I don't think I've ever hit 3 repetitions with 475 on the wagon wheels. And I really have to give credit to the burpees in between my sets. So this went very well. Of course, it doesn't feel good when you're lifting 475 pounds for 3 repetitions on the deadlift, but looking back at the video, it was super smooth. So it definitely went a lot faster and a lot smoother than how I felt it was going when all of that weight was in my hand and I had to fight gravity. So I'm at a crucial point in my strength training right now, because I'm starting to get up into the numbers I want to hit on this, on both the wagon wheels with chains and with the standard barbell and with the axle. I'm starting to really get into that area right now where I want to hit 1 rep for a certain amount of weight. And so I'm also simultaneously working on getting my stones up to par as well in order to get it from the ground to the shoulder. So I'm going to do that right now, and hopefully this all goes well. We'll find out. And hopefully I can get enough quality, because it's nighttime right now. And so hopefully I've got enough light here and enough camera wizardry in order to make sure you guys can see some good footage. So here we go. Wish me luck. Now for the variation giant set, I was doing stone to shoulder with the rhino stone. And instead of starting with the smaller stones and working my way up, I just jumped cold turkey right into the 220-pound stone, and I wanted to see if I could do it for 3 singles. And I continued to stay in the same format of the giant set before by doing bar facing burpees. And then I would continue to run that 300 meters just to try to make sure I hit my 2 miles by the end of the workout. Now, the reason why this is important is because I'm at a crucial point in my strength training, like I said. Now, since my central nervous system was pretty much fried at this point, it kind of seemed necessary to push what I could do and just jump straight into doing 3 stones at the same weight without starting small. You could see that as I got to my last stone here, it was very difficult. The deadlifts definitely zapped my explosiveness. And so when I tried to get that rock up for my 3rd and final rep, it definitely was a fight. And I was successful in that lift, which I was very fortunate. So this means that I'm on the right track, and now I can dial it back next time and push once I get up again to the mark that I'm trying to hit. Now for the assistance giant set, I was doing 3 rounds, and I was doing this very small stone carry 30 meters across my bullpen, where I just go one way, turn around, walk back. This is just a great strongman movement, and to get extra conditioning and get familiar with movement patterns. And then I worked the antagonist portion of the deadlift and did some ad mat setups. Just make sure that I'm being even all the way around and finishing off the core. And then I would continue to do my 300-meter runs just to make sure that I was getting off that 2-mile run at the end. And for the accessory giant set, I was doing seated dumbbell curls. And I love doing this with the kettlebells because it's a little bit easier on your wrist, and it also makes your biceps activate more. And then I also did my face pull variation, which I call hitchhikers, for shoulder development. And I ended with flutter kicks just to make sure I really finished up my lower core, and that was the workout for the day. And we finished the workout. Thanks for joining me tonight, and hopefully everybody learned something new. I'll see you next time. Thank you.